Hi, I'm Tom Friedman. I'm a lawyer in Nevada, and today I'm going to talk about 8 things you must not do when you're called to testify at trial. I was in trial 2 days ago, and instead of being the lawyer, I got to be a witness. I got sworn in on the stand. It happened to be a murder trial, and it was rather interesting, not what I normally do. So, a good excuse to talk about what things you should not do when you are on the stand. So, the first thing you should not do is not refresh your recollection. So, what you want when you're on the stand is to be prepared. You want to be able to ask questions. Answer questions. You want to remember what happened. So, the particular reason I was there had to do with a murder. It had to do with something a long time ago. And so I happened to have a police statement. So I read over my statement, did my best to look at some photos to refresh my recollection about what happened. And that's something when you're on the stand you want to do because you want to be prepared. If you come up there and you know nothing, then you're really not of value to the case. And if it's something important, you don't want that to happen. So the number two thing is don't consider your appearance. I was told by the DA, I'm a lawyer, so I should come in and look like a lawyer. If there's police officers testifying, they should come in and look like police officers. So if you're being called to the stand, think about it. If you're a woman, you might not want to have lots of big jewelry and a cocktail dress like you're going out for a night on the town. If you happen to be working on cars in your garage that morning, you probably want to get some of the grease off of your hair and maybe dress a little bit better. It's a professional environment, and so try to do your best to pay attention at least a little bit to your appearance. The third thing you want to do is not discuss your case while you're waiting to testify. In my particular instance, I was sitting outside of the courtroom, and while I was there, the jurors got called up to the courtroom. So the jurors were sitting all around where I was. And then eventually they went in. There were other witnesses out there as well. But if you're talking about your case and the jurors hear you talking about it, and then they realize you're a witness, that could cause all kinds of problems. So don't talk about your case around in the courtroom area. Also related to this, we'll call this the next one, is don't talk about the case to a lot of people. One of the questions you may well be asked is, who else did you talk to about this case? And everyone expects you to talk to your lawyer about it. So you can say, I talked to my lawyer. They can't ask what you and your lawyer talked about, but certainly you can tell them you talked to your lawyer. But if you talk to every single person at your work, every member of your family, every neighbor you have, it's not going to look good because they're going to be able to ask those other people questions too and try to dig for more information. So it's best not to go blabbing everywhere to talk about your case. You certainly don't want to post a whole bunch of social media about it if you're actually a plaintiff or a defendant in the case. So enough about that. You also want to be a responsible witness. So what does that mean? Well, try to look professional, try to act professional. When you're in court, it's a very serious thing. So even though you might have a fantastic sense of humor and be able to make great jokes, just save that for later. Try to get up on the stand, be as professional as you can, answer the questions you need to answer, and then get off. And if you want to go and laugh it up or something later on, that's fine. Just the courtroom's not really the place for it. When you do go to the stand, the bailiff will bring you in. You'll be shown to the stand, and then the court clerk is probably going to tell you to raise your right hand and solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. And you're going to say yes, or I do, something like that. And that means that you're expected to tell the truth the whole time. So you need to be serious and don't make up wild stories. Don't over exaggerate things. If a jury doesn't believe you, that's really going to hurt your credibility. And if it's your case, it's really going to hurt your case too. The other thing you should not do is volunteer information. If you're asked a question like, where were you at 8 p.m. on January 22nd, 2023? If you were at Denny's having a grand slam, you might tell them that you were at Denny's, but you don't tell them that, oh, I was at Denny's, I was with my mom and my cousin, and we were there because such and such just graduated, and then don't tell stories, just answer specifically the question and shut your mouth. So try to be a good witness. try not to be nervous, and you'll be okay. Thanks very much for watching.